today I'm talking about Orilium, which is, if you know G from the book row, so I'll link down below, made a fantastic fantasy world where you can go through the world, develop a character, move into the academy and study things in order to study for a future career. Now, as you know, I am, or you probably know, I am very indecisive and I can never stick to one thing at a time. So, for my my April read through, I basically tried to do all of the things and I didn't quite manage it, but I managed all but one, and I just didn't quite finish that book because it was an audio book and I'm not great at listening to audio books. So I come here into the August Readathon and you can't really do all of them because there's just so many books. I couldn't decide what I wanted to be between a Rift Architect, which is basically a portal maker. So if you want to go somewhere, you wave your arms around and bloom, there you are. A Math Magician, which is what it sounds like. It's basically a mathematician in the magical world. I'm not very good at maths, but it sounded quite cool. Or a Scribe, which again, it's someone who writes stuff and likes books and all that stuff. So there's a slightly convoluted tier system. Each subject you need to do, you need to get a certain grade, O, Q or D, which I can't even remember what they are. D was distinguished, Q might be qualified, O is ordinary, I think, I'm not quite sure. But some of them, between the grades you need to get any of those, are overlapping, and between them they make 11 books. So, for a Rift Architect, that's the portal maker, I need a Q in Inscription, that's the second level, a D in Spells and Incantations, that's the third level, so that's 5 books, and a Q in Conjuration, that's the second book, that's 7. For a Math Magician, I need an O in Alchemy, that's 1 book, a Q in Inscription, see that's the same as in Rift Architect, so that's 3 books, except it's not, because it's not 3 more books, it's, do you see what I mean, and an O in Psionics and Divination, so that's 1 book, so that's 2 books more than the previous one, because 2 of the books are the same. And to be a Scribe, I'd need to have an O in Elemental Studies, a D in Inscription, so that's 1 more book than the previous 2, I mean 2 more books, the O in Elemental Studies, the D in Inscription is 1 book more than the Q in Inscription, an O in Restoration and a Q in Law, so that's 6 books more. So I think if I've added that all up correctly, that would be a total of 15 books in August. I don't know whether I'm going to manage that, but we'll give it a go. Yes. Okay, the first thing is Inscription, and for a Rift Architect I need 2 books, but I'm aiming to read 3 books in Inscription entirely. And the prompts are a childhood favourite, so I just picked up a Shallow School book, which, whether I read this one or whether I read another one, I don't know. Oh, that's the other thing, is it actually, the readathon actually starts on my birthday, so there are bound to be new books which I want to slot in here somewhere. But at the moment, this is my reading list. I picked up a Shallow School book, because I love Shallow School books when I was young. a graphic novel, which I found this, which I haven't read, on the shelf, so I thought I'd give it a go, that's the thing. And a cozy read, which I was thinking, I started reading last year a set of cozy mysteries about a blacksmith, and they're all bird-themed titles, and I haven't finished the series, so I thought I might read the next one along on that. I can't remember what it's called, but they are the Meg Langlow series by someone, Donna Andrews, and I really love them, and I think that might be my cozy read, but cozy reads are very much an emotional thing, mood reader thing, so I'll decide that when I get that far. I'm definitely reading like the O things before the Q is that one and the D in that one, but I'm not necessarily going to do all of Inscription before I do Spells and Incantations, for example. Okay, spells and incantations. The first one was do a colour wheel, and I decided I'd just do that off camera. So I just did a randomised colour wheel spin, and I got purple. So I picked up Gumihe by Cacho, which was recommended by someone on the Book Race Discord for April, and I never got round to it in April. So I thought that would be a really good one to read for this week. The next one is a book on someone else's TBR, which I sort of happened to be at a friend's house, and I saw this on their TBR, and in fact I think I noticed that my husband bought the Kindle version, so I assume he's planning on reading it. But I thought I'd pick up Mexican Gothic. All I know about it is it's a Gothic novel set in Mexico. It's fairly obvious, isn't it? Yeah, so, and then spells and incantations, which is something you have to annotate. And I meant to pick up ink for this, but I'm really bad about making notes on books. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do there. I'm really nervous about it, but I'm going to give it a go. And I don't know, maybe I'll do the Soul of an Octopus book, or I don't know, I'll give it a go. I'm just not quite sure what I'm putting in there yet. Okay, the next one is a Q in Conjuration. That's 2 books. So that is a necromancy theme, which I read Gideon the Ninth, and I kind of liked it okay, but I wasn't that keen on it like a lot of my friends are. So I'm going to go on to Harry the Tenth and the necromancy themes, and I've got that in ebook, so no book to hold up. Now if I'm really good at editing, I'd make it look like I put the, but I'm not, so I probably won't. Okay, and the other one I need to read for that is a bone on the cover or in the title, like either of the book or of the series, and I have no idea what I'm going to do for that. So if you could pop me a recommendation of a bone book down below, that would be brilliant. Oh, actually, I think some of the Kathy Reichs books have bones on the cover because they're about forensic anthropology. So that seems like sort of thing that might. So maybe I've got one of those, or maybe I'll just hit up the library, see what they've got. Okay, I've got a library book that I need to finish before the end of the month, but that should be okay. It's Daughter of the Moon Goddess. I'm liking it okay at the moment. I've got about 2 hours left reading it, so it should be fine, hopefully. Okay, so that's days 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4 books here, but I think that's because some of them were going to be ebooks. So 7 books is my Rift Architect. And now moving on to my Math Magician requirements. So, an O in Alchemy, we'll read a book on someone's worst book. I've had this on my TBR for a while, and I happen to see it on a worst list. So I'm going to give this one a go. A Q and Inscription, which is the childhood favourite and graphic novel from earlier, and Psionics and Divination, which is a book about time travel. So I got into these books, they're called the St. Mary's something or other, which is about a historian who does time travel, and they go back in time to find out what actually happened. And there's like dinosaurs. I'm not sure why they're historians, why they're going to dinosaurs. But anyway, it's got lots of like various time travels and antagonism and drama, and they're quite quick reads and they're quite fun, and the library has loads of them in stock of the books, so I'm just going to move on to the next one. Okay, so those 5 books. This one, the St. Mary's thing, and the Q Inscription on Math Magician. But you can read the same book, like, cause it's about getting the grades, about meeting the certain, if you see what I mean. Anyway, this is how I'm doing it. Okay, Scribe. start a book with a drink, which again I'm just going to pick up whatever happens to take my fancy at the time. I guess I might try something with a tea theme, with a drink theme, like Tea with the Black Dragon, which I've just read, or Memory of Water by Emilia Torrente, which I love, but I'm not sure where it is right now. I might have left it with someone, or I might just pick up whatever I happen to be in the mood for at the time. The D in Inscription, which is Readathon again, childhood favourite, graphic novel, cozy read. Owen Restoration, which is a single object as focus of colour. I wasn't sure about this one because it's got the two colours, it feels a bit more busy than that. But it does have as its focus a sword, which I think is a single object. I've got a Fairy Loot box coming in the next couple of days, so that will probably give me some books for this, I'm hoping. But look how pretty it is. It's got the sword here, it's got the sword here, and then when I open it up, I think it's got, oh no, it doesn't, it's got characters on the front. And I've been meaning to get around to it for a while, and I just haven't had it top priority, so that's a good excuse. And then a Q in Law, which is Red, White and Blue. I've got a Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Sorry, I've got such a large pile of books that you can't see where I'm going. Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which I vaguely remembered hearing good things about, so I picked it up because it's cheap, which is a rubbish reason to buy a book when you've already got these many books, but yeah, I think it's a cold case murder mystery, I don't know, I'm going to find out. And then a Featuring a Betrayal, which this is a book I was given for my last birthday, The Last Place You Looked. I'm fairly certain this is also a crime. I'm fairly certain it's got a betrayal in it from the blurb. Someone disappears, the boyfriend's convicted, and then someone thinks they've seen her, the person who disappeared, and maybe she wasn't murdered at all, so her boyfriend shouldn't be executed for her murder when she's not dead. I think everyone can agree with that. So I think between the disappearance, him framed for her murder, I'm pretty certain there's a betrayal in there somewhere, and I was super excited for this, and it's just one thing after another, and I just haven't quite got around to it. So that's my books, and I think that's 14 books. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books here, which is good because I read about half physical and half ebooks. So, and then I've got the 1, 2, 3, yeah, so that's how it goes. Are you doing the readathon? Let me know. Are you excited? Oh, I've got 8 books, I didn't put this one in the stash. Are you doing the readathon? Are you excited about it? Do you love any of those? Have you got any recommendations for me? Either books that I'm likely to want to make notes on, or a bone, or let me know. Or a book with a drink theme. I don't know. And I'll see you soon. Bye.